So first and foremost, we're going to line the mold with with parchment paper. You want it to be a little bit protruded, at least like you can actually just hold onto the parchment paper and lift the tart out. Makes it a lot easier to take it out without having to flip it, and then you're just going to destroy the surface of the tart, which you're going to be decorating with desiccated coconut, maybe chocolate chips whatsoever. So to make the base, I'm going to need 160 grams of these kind of biscuits. This is Maria. You can use digestive, any kind of biscuits. You can even use savory biscuits if you want to add a little bit of savoriness to the very sweet white chocolate tart. So I would recommend that as well. Otherwise, if you're only using like this kind of very sweet kind of biscuits, you might want to add a pinch of salt to add a little bit of balance to the tart. So 160 grams of biscuits blended in this thing, and I'm going to be microwaving 40 grams of unsalted butter and 40 grams of white chocolate chips. And alternatively, you can use these graham crumbs that you can get from the supermarket, I guess. I can't remember whether I've ever seen these kind of like graham crackers crumbs in Australia, but I now live in Canada and they're very easy to get and they're super cheap. I'm just going to microwave the 40 grams of white chocolate chips and 40 grams of unsalted butter for about 20 seconds. Stir it a little bit, see the consistency, because you don't want to burn it. But if you like just under microwave it, you can always just put it back in there. So I microwaved this for 30 seconds and then 20 seconds, and it's still pretty hot because it is very cold here at the moment where I live. So I'm just going to give it a stir to see how melted it is. I feel like I will probably have to put it back in the microwave for a little longer. So now it looks like this. I'm just going to, you can still see chocolate bits and in the mixture, so you just have to keep stirring it. Just want to make sure that you're not over microwaving this mixture because white chocolate does burn fairly easily. Looks pretty good to me. And now I'm just going to add the crumbs in there that I blended with my bullet. Mix it very well. Now I'm going to transfer the mixture into the pan, in the mold. Spread it out. And I'm going to use something that has a flat bottom to tamp it. Now I'm just going to pop it in the freezer. And I've got a bain-marie going, which is just a pot of hot water. And I'm going to just going to melt the chocolate chips on the stove. I'll show you how. So for the white chocolate whipped cream part, I'm just going to be whipping 300 grams of whipping cream. And to do that, the best thing to do is to actually freeze the bowl first. So I'm going to add 300 grams of chocolate chips into this bowl. And now this goes on the bain-marie. I'm just going to wait for it to warm up a little bit, and then it will start to liquefy. And I'm just going to start stirring it so it doesn't burn on the bottom. And right now, to make the orange zest, I'm just going to grate the zest of one orange. This is looking great. I want to make sure that all the chocolate chips are properly melted so it will incorporate well in to the whipped cream. Okay, with the help of a balloon whisk, I'm going to whisk away my 300 grams of whipping cream together with 1 orange zest. And remember, the bowl is chilled in a freezer. Started in low speed and now a little higher. So this is perfect. It's nice and hot. You don't want to whisk any further because then it will turn into butter. So while that was whisking, I've been just tamping the white chocolate a little bit, try to cool it down because you don't want it to be too hot when you're mixing it together with the whipped cream. Okay, so I'm just going to pour this in there. And now I'm just going to continue to whisk it just a little longer until they are well incorporated. Yep, I think that's good enough now. I'm just going to transfer this into the cake pan. I find it a little too sweet, just a teeny little bit too sweet, so I'm just going to add a little bit of salt, just a pinch of it on top, and then I'm just going to decorate it with desiccated coconut. So I'm using unsweetened desiccated coconut. They call it fine coconut here in North America. All done. Now I'm just going to pop it in the fridge for 2 hours before I cut into it. And if you want it to be very neatly cut, I guess you can always freeze it as well in the freezer for like an hour and a half or 2 as well. And then just use a hot knife, so you can just soak your knife in hot water, slice it, pop it back in the hot water, dry it, and then make another slice. That will give you a very clean cut of the white chocolate mousse tart.